Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. It is already 5 months since Dr. Nandipha Magudumana and Thabo Bester were arrested in Tanzania and brought back to South Africa. To date, Dr. Nandipha is still struggling to get bail. In her latest bail application on the 29th of August 2023, Dr. Nandipha, in her affidavit trying to convince court, she says she's a mother of 2 minors, school-going children who depend on her as the legal primary caregiver. The second reason why she must be given bail, she says that Thabo Bester forced her to leave the country against her will. She says she was helpless and defenseless and did not know who to report this to. She says she feared that the threats that Thabo Bester made would materialize. Dr. Nandipha said she can afford 10,000 rand bail. Dr. Nandipha cried throughout this hearing as the prosecutor was reading out her profile. Family, let's watch the following clip as Dr. Nandipha is in court crying. You know, it's so painful. It's really disturbing to see her crying like this. Whether Dr. Nandipha is acting, performing, nobody knows. Because whenever she meets with Thabo Bester, she does the different. So family, let's just watch this clip during her bail application.
1.8, I have no intention to relocate to any other country. The travel documents, 7.2, I have one South African passport which was confiscated during my arrest in Tanzania. I thus currently do not have any travel document in my possession. 7.3, family background. Both my parents are still alive and they permanently reside at 632 5th Street, Port Elwood. I have 3 siblings. I'm currently married but separated with my husband. I have 2 minor children, girls aged 11 and 6 years respectively. My 11-year-old is at grade 5 while 6-year-old is at grade 1. I have full parental responsibility and rights of my 2 minor children in terms of Section 18 of the Children's Act 38 of 2005. I have specific parental responsibility.
The state, in opposing Dr. Nandipha Magudumana's bail application, came up with a long, detailed affidavit from the investigating officer, which gives a much more detailed account of some of the charges and allegations the state has against Dr. Nandipha in her alleged involvement assisting Thabo Bester to escape from prison. Among other things, the state gave as why it is against Dr. Nandipha being given bail is the application she made in 2020, falsely indicating that she was Thabo Bester's customary wife when she was still married to Dr. Magudumana. The claiming of bodies with the intention of helping Thabo Bester, how she allegedly used her Porsche car to fetch Thabo Bester from KwaZulu-Natal after he has escaped. The tracker confirmed this. The tracker confirmed that the car was used to fetch Thabo Bester from KwaZulu-Natal. And the way it was Nandipha herself who was driving this car. The state was trying to prove to her that a person who is forced cannot do all that. The state does not believe that even bail conditions can stop Dr. Nandipha from evading trial. Addressing the issue of children and being the primary caregiver, as she claims, the state said she had not even received a visit from these children, nor her husband, not even a call from them. When checking the calls that Dr. Nandipha made, the state said she called her husband once and most calls were to friends and her legal team. There are many places the applicant rented in her name and stayed and used these places with Thabo Bester. Some of these places, they would leave without notifying the owner. Dr. Nandipha, it is alleged, she gave the state the address she knew she was no longer staying at, meaning that she gave the state false information, deliberately misleading them. We learned from this court that there are several criminal cases that has since been registered against Dr. Nandipha. Fraud matters amounting to millions of rands. The prosecutor even said Dr. Nandipha has everything to lose by remaining in South Africa. Dr. Nandipha was in possession of other 2 passports belonging to somebody else at the time of her arrest. She did not use her passport to leave the country. She only used her passport when she was deported by Tanzania back to South Africa. The prosecutor further said the same person who Dr. Nandipha claims she feared him was put back to the public, from prison to the public. This person was given freedom by her just because of corruption. Just before they fled to Tanzania, the 2 were spotted shopping together. At some stage, they were in Cape Town, where they stayed together. Dr. Nandipha even wrote a medical prescription for Thabo Bester, while, according to the records, Dr. Nandipha was suspended from practicing as a medical doctor in December 2021, which is also unlawful if in case that happened. Dr. Nandipha is detained in Kroonstad prison and Thabo Bester is in Pretoria, Kgoshi Mampuru prison. Whenever they appear together, this is what the prosecutor said. Whenever they appear together in court, on more than one occasion, they both show affection. All these, the prosecutor was reading out from Dr. Nandipha's profile to prove that Dr. Nandipha did everything willingly. The prosecutor gave all these as reasons why the state must oppose Dr. Nandipha's bail application. Looking at how Dr. Nandipha is crying when all these profile is read to the court, family, what do you think about this? Should she be granted bail or not? Dr. Nandipha is crying throughout. You know, she can't stop crying as her profile is being read by the prosecutor. My question is, should the court give her bail or not? Let's talk about this in the comment section, family. Let me hear your opinion. What do you say about this? Family, thank you very much for watching this video to the end. Please do not forget to like it before you leave. Like this video. It's very important. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe for my channel. Thank you, family. Bye.